Yes. So cleansing yourself and keeping your home clean. So there's many ways that you can do that. Some people like to use different cleansing solutions. So things like lavender, lemon. You can make a wash for your floor and you can clean your floors with it. You can use salt to clean your floors. So you just basically lay some salt out. Salt is something that's discussed very heavily in the Bible. You can pour some salt down and sweep always towards the exit of your home. So wherever you exit your home mainly, so you want to kind of push it towards going outwards of your home, not in. So again, it's all about intention. Um, you can also place salt around your home. So you can place salt in like little bowls, if you can get some little bowls, and place it by the windowsill, by your front door, by your back door, anywhere that you have an entrance or exit or a window, things like that. You also want to cleanse your mirrors. Mirrors are referred to or regarded sometimes as portals. And you might want to cleanse your mirrors with, you can use vinegar to cleanse your mirrors. You can use, again, lemon solution. So like if you have any lemon juice, you can dilute that. There's a lot of different mixtures and different things that you can find online in terms of like solutions or cleansing solutions. And yeah, there's a lot of just different recipes and things that you can find that you can make. There's some that you can buy pre-made if you go to any sort of spiritual shops. What else in regards to cleansing? Also your physical person, your body. For protection, you can definitely do cleansing rituals for your body. When it comes to smudging, as I mentioned, with the loose leaf sage, oftentimes, especially like as I mentioned in indigenous cultures, that is used for protection. It's used for medicinal purposes. So a lot of times you can just light a leaf and just have it in front of you, and nothing to like, too much smoke to basically choke you, but you can just kind of do a sweeping motion over yourself as you say a prayer, or as you're just setting the intention of being cleansed of any negativity. That's something you can do as well. Also bathing. You can create different solutions. There's different things that you can purchase from spiritual shops that you can use as body washes. You can make your own. You can look up something online and make your own spiritual baths. A lot of people take salt baths. Yeah, so just basically you can use sea salt, any sort of natural salt. I'm trying to think of, I believe Epsom salts can work as well, but generally speaking, it's more like just natural sea salt are the best salts to use. And there's Himalayan salt, things like that that you can add to some water, and you can just soak in that. And when you're drawing your bath, you can state the intention of the bath and soak in that for maybe about 20 minutes, and then just make sure you rinse yourself off. You don't want to have that negativity on you. And then not only that, you want to make sure that you cleanse yourself afterwards, and you're not absorbing the salt into your skin after you shower, or after you bathe. You just want to rinse off in a shower. Okay, yeah. So we have also sigils and symbols and artifacts. So I think I said symbols twice. So things like crosses, for example, or whatever, again, depending on your religion, what you might use. You might use other things, I don't know, maybe like an ankh, or I'm trying to think of the names of the different types of symbols. There's the Celtic cross as well. But again, I would highly recommend that you research your own culture, your own religion. That way you're closer to your own practices, things that are maybe a part of your bloodline, things that are part of what your belief system is, so that it's more personal and you're more connected to it. Because when you pick up things as you go along and you learn, that is where the preference kind of comes in, where you might pick up things to add to what you already know, or you might find some things work better than others. So, and another question that was posed, and again, thank you for the suggestion for the video, how to protect your pets, in particular cats. Now, cats are known to be natural protectors, especially in Egyptian culture. So, cats don't really need protection. They are the protectors. They ward off evil. The goddess Beset, who is depicted as a cat as well, um, is one of the reasons why in Egyptian culture cats are highly regarded as protectors, and they are just basically worshipped. So you don't really need protections for your cats. Like your cats should be kind of signaling to you that something might be off. So if their behavior is a little bit different, they might be trying to let you know that there's something going on, maybe perhaps. So I wouldn't really say that there's any protection that's needed for cats. Did I make any other notes about that? Yeah, they're also known, something I wasn't aware of, they're also known as spiritual guardians as well. So they, again, as they ward off negative energies, entities, spirits, things like that. So, yeah, I don't feel that your cats would need any sort of protection. Dogs as well are very sensitive. They have a lot of, like pets in general, they tend to have very high senses. In particular cats, so they can usually pick up on those things. And if you ever just Google on, not Google, but if you search on YouTube, you can find a lot of videos of cats spotting different things around people's homes and stuff like that. So, yeah, your pets should be completely fine. I don't really think that you should worry about your pets. If anything, they'll alert you to something. Essential oils is another one. So again, that goes back to maybe things that you might use in a bath or things that you might use in a wash. Things like eucalyptus, lavender, mint, those are all frankincense, myrrh, those are all types of essential oils that you can purchase and you can mix in to a bath. Um, you can apply them on your body, like maybe behind your ears, almost like, like you would do like with a perfume oil over your, excuse me, not over, but behind your ears, um, over your forehead, where, to protect your third eye chakra, um, on your wrists. You can even get it in sprays, and you can spray around your home if maybe smoke is not a good idea, or maybe if you have small children or babies or something like that, you might not want to smudge when they're around. So you can also use sprays in your home, and also around doorways, around doorways in your home as well. You might want to anoint your doorways. You can anoint them with oil. You don't have to use a lot. You can just put some on your finger and just kind of, either do the sign of a cross. Let's say, for example, if you are Christian, or depending again on your culture, your religion, your religious practices, beliefs, you can look up different sigils and symbols of protection, and you can just paint that on your door with some oil. Or if you don't want to use any oil, you can just intentionally make that sign. Just like you see, like, Catholic priests, they'll make the sign of the cross without really doing anything else, just their intention and their authority. The last thing that I wanted to mention was about there's different times when a lot of these practices are more potent. So things like full moon, new moon, different portals. And by portals, I'm referring to different times of the year when universally the energy is shifting one way or another. So for example, we recently went through the 111 portal, which was the first of the year, so January 1st, and this is a 10-year. So 2026 is 10, is the number 10, it reduces to 1, so it's 111. So that was a portal of new beginnings. It's also a year of endings and completion. And so that would have been a very good time to do cleansing rituals, to do releasing rituals. And when I say ritual, I'm referring to just a practice. So a series of steps that you take to with intention, we'll say. Lastly, something I touched on, religious practices and things like that. And I have my Holy Bible here with me, full of, different scriptures and Psalms and different things like that that I go to for myself, not just for protection, but just for, daily use and building up your own spiritual armor, we'll say. Keeping yourself prayed up, as they like to say. So there's different Psalms and things like that that you can use for protection as well. Psalm 91 is very, very powerful. Psalm 23 as well is very powerful. And there's a lot of what do you want to call them? I don't know if they're called warrior prayers or war prayers or something along those lines. I don't usually use that type of terminology, but there's just in and of itself, I might come across a verse or again a particular proverb or something in the Bible that resonates with me or that speaks to me, and that's something that I might repeat out loud and over a candle, or just before I go to bed, or when I wake up, or when I feel like I am being spiritually attacked, or any of those times. It's a good time to get your religious book, whatever it is that you believe in, and again, you can turn to that for protection always, especially if that's your belief system. So I think I've covered everything that I've noted. So this has been pretty long, but hopefully it's been thorough and it helps you. And yeah, if you have any other questions or if you have any suggestions for any videos in the future, kindly leave them in the comments. Let me know. I have an email address below as well if you are looking to collaborate or if you have any recommendations or suggestions or questions. Um, yeah. Uh, if you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, especially if anyone's looking for some ideas or suggestions or just, getting into spirituality and want to know a little bit more about maybe other practices and different things that they can incorporate into their daily lives or what might be helping them through a period of time that they're going through. Let them know about the cheat code. So again, I am Sindy Shenel and I am signing out. Thanks again for tuning in and thank you for subscribing. Until next time.